Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we're reviewing the Audi Q5 Sportback. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Audi here in Salt Lake City, Utah for giving me some time with this Q5. I'm going to include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. If you have any questions, just ask for Landon. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder that goes through a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic. Fuel economy is 22 around town and then 29 on the highway, with power outputs being 261 horsepower and then 273 pound-feet of torque. Now, before I move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. Starting with the hood, you guys can see here with the lines a little bit softer here with the Q5. And then we of course have really cool looking headlights because that's just what Audi does. And then look, quite a bit happening here, and I like the brushed finish on the trim. Same thing with the grille, it's got more of that brushed finish. And putting it all together, it definitely has a luxury SUV appearance. Now, popping around the side here, our tire wheel setup is 235, 55, 19 in the front and over on the rear. And you guys can see with the wheels, you got the silver mixed with the metallic gray. And we have these nice body painted fender flares, and then you've got your S-Line badge there. And then notice more of that brush trim around the windows. And then this is where you can see the Sportsback design, where it has that cool slopey roof. Now, taking a look at the key fob, we have our lock and unlock function. We also have the opening here for the trunk and the Audi logo there at the bottom. And popping into the rear, you guys can see cargo space back here is actually really good despite the fact that it has the Sportback design. And you actually have these latches to throw down the seats. You also have the little cargo netting there on either side. And then, spare tire underneath. And when you're all done, just press this button right here and that will lower the hatch right back down. Now there's another look at the slopey roof design, and then you guys can see with the taillights here, and then that trim across looks pretty cool. And then you do have parking sensors at the bottom. And putting it all together, let me know what you guys think about the Sportback design here on the Q5. Now taking a look at the door panel, you can see we've got our sunshade here in the rear, wood trim. Across has a nice grainy feel to it, and you got nice padding and stitching down below. And look at the seats, perforated all down the center, and again you got the stitching all down the center as well. And then legroom back here is good. We also have a little storage pocket. We've got some vents. We have our own climate zone, heated seats, some USBs, and then headroom back here, solid. Now taking a look at the front door panel, you can see soft touch here, and then look at the wood trim yet again, and then all of our soft touch down below with the stitching goes across. All of our window controls, we've got our mirror adjustments. Mirrors do power fold in. Memory seat functionality, and then there's a quick look at the mirrors themselves. And take a look at the front seat again, look at the stitching and then perforated trim all down the center. Power adjustments here on the side, and then you got your light controls right here, and then the steering wheel is actually power adjustable. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, we've got nice soft touch trim all around. Paddle shifters there on the back for the dual clutch. We have our heated steering wheel button here on the steering wheel, volume controls, voice command controls, controls for the center stack as well. And then you got your regular stalks here on the back. Now we've got this big digital gauge cluster here, which we can scroll through some different menus. The cool party trick is you press the view button and it changes the whole look of the gauge cluster because Audi virtual cockpit life. But yeah, I think overall pretty cool look. Now we do have a 360 camera system here, so trajectory lines turn with the steering wheel. You got that bird's eye view as well, and we've got all of the other viewpoints that we can see with this. So really good camera system overall. And then as for the rest of the infotainment system, shortcut bar here on the side, pretty quick response time with the screen. And then we also have the different drive modes that we can go through. I guess right now we're in dynamic, but you've got some off-road, you got an off-road mode, that's funny. But you also have like comfort, auto, all of that. Soft touch trim here at the top of the dash. And you can see the wood trim down below with the Quattro badge on it, and then nice felt-lined glove box here. Analog controls for the climate. We also have heated and ventilated seats. Drive mode select down below. Auto stop start, stability control, parking assist, parking sensors, hill descent control. And then you got this like little storage area right here, and then more storage up front, and then analog volume control. Shifter for that dual clutch. You got your parking brake as well. And then we've got heated and cooled cup holders, which is nice. And then we have wireless phone charging pad inside. That's pretty cool. But yeah, nice center console lid, I suppose. And then we do have a pretty big sunroof up top. Now taking a look at the window sticker, we got quite a bit of standard equipment. Base MSRP 51,000. We've got a few packages, including the Prestige package. But yeah, total MSRP 61,575. Let's see how it drives. Well, let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's the visibility of the hood, both of the mirrors, the rest of the rear. Also, we have a heads-up display, and it's pretty cool. And let's set off. When I got in the car, it said it had 5 miles of range. Now it says it has 0 miles of range. So, I guess we're testing out that theory. That sounds horrible. But anyways, let's set off here in this Q5 Sportback. And yeah, let's see what it's drive like. I drove an SQ5 today, so I think this will be fun to drive the regular Q5 and kind of see the difference between both of the vehicles. But initially setting off, pretty comfortable. I will say the seats, I feel like in the SQ5 were more comfortable than these seats. These seats are uncomfortable, but I think the SQ5 had seats were a little bit more comfortable. That was the BMW M2 that I was supposed to review that, yeah, it's leaving before I had a chance to review it. Sad day. I wanted to review that one because it has the automatic transmission, but one day I'll be able to review an M2 with the automatic, so I'll be able to get that to you guys. Just today, it's not that day. But back to the Audi. Suspension's good over the bumps and everything. Like it's doing a good job. So I've been impressed with that with these Audi reviews I've done today. Is the suspension. Yeah, it's pretty impressive just with the comfort and everything. Like I said, especially over the big bumps. So continuing along in the Q5. Again, so far I've been impressed with how this drives. We'll pop it into the dynamic settings, so it'll be a little bit more aggressive with everything. Aggressive and on zero. That's a fun way to live life, right? But you know, worst case scenario, we'll just push it back to the dealership. Anyways, yeah, good torque, good torque. You know, the base engine does well. It's honestly impressive for a base engine. So yeah, I think it's pretty solid. So something's up. I like how this looks on the outside. I think they did a good job with the style on this. Interior's nice as well. It has a pretty upscale feel to it. Again, this isn't the most loaded up Q5, right? Still has a prestige package though, so we do need to give it that. And then drives well. Again, good torque, all of that with this entry-level engine. And I'm trying to think. Yeah, I like the packaging overall. Let me know what you guys think about the Q5. Let me know what you think about the Sportback. I think I'd still personally get a regular Q5, but yeah, I do understand the appeal of this cool Sportback look. But yeah, let me know what you guys think.